Hello everybody, welcome to Grey Leveler Gaming. I'm the Grey Leveler and today we're back with another trailer reaction, one that I'm very excited for. We've got the Legacy of Kain Soul Eater 1 and 2 Remaster reveal trailer. Now it's only a minute 23 seconds long, so not a very long trailer, but I'm very excited for it nonetheless because I loved this game. In fact, if you follow the channel, I can't think where, but I know for a fact on these trailer reactions in the past when there's been remakes, and I keep saying, oh, this is not a game that really warrants it. I want some older games getting remastered. This is one of them that I always mention, Soul Eater, because I just think it's such a fantastic franchise that could really do with a modern day reboot. Now, this isn't a reboot, this is a remaster. That bothers me because I feel like it's a game that really could do with the Resident Evil makeover that they've been doing with a lot of them. Resident Evil 2, 3 and 4 all had a remake, and they've kept the spirit of the original games, with the exception maybe of Resident Evil 3, but made it something modern, something that works so well. And I would love for them to do that with this one, but they've just remastered it. But I'm still very excited because I do love the first two, well, the first Soul Eater game. I don't think I ever played the second one, and I don't ever think I finished the first one, but I was very young and very rarely finished games because I was very bad at them. Not like I am now. If you follow the channel, you know I'm a great gamer. So with that being said, let's crack on. Let's see how good it actually looks. I really hope that they've put the time and effort into this to make it something special, because it is a real, just a fantastic game. I mean, it was one of those games that for modern audiences you probably don't realise, but there was no load screens. I think maybe like an initial load. Again, they hid the loads when you open doors and stuff, but it was so quick and so seamless compared to Resident Evil games where you have the cinematic of a door slowly opening and your character walking through. It was revolutionary growing up. Okay, you do not know how spoiled you are with these load times. That was just one feature of what I loved about this game. So with that, let's check out the trailer and then we'll talk all about it. Let's crack on.
Few know the truth. I stood with
Gotta
Kain
love
and my
these
brethren
old games.
until
How
I had the
angular
honor of
everything looks.
surpassing my lord.
Ooh.
For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward. Agony.
The fate of this world was preordained in an instant.
What madness is this?
I mean, it looks actually pretty decent from how I remember it.
I was not prepared for what lay beyond this threshold.
The music is so over the top, it's so great.
The future has always been written. Don't fight it, Raziel.
Right, it looks good. I mean, it's a remaster of a PlayStation. Go to PlayStation 2, right? I'll double check. I'll see if it's PlayStation 1 or 2. I mean, it was very blocky when I played it. I remember that much. And again, you never really noticed it growing up because it's just how everything looked. But very angular and very blocky. But it was so much fun. I mean, the puzzles in the game where switching between the underworld and the real world would, as you could see in that, if you've never played the game, this is for people who've never played the game, you would go into the underworld, which would twist the environment, which meant you might be able to reach somewhere you couldn't in the other one, but then to get through somewhere else, you had to switch back to the other. Oh, it was so good. The puzzles in it were great, the enemies were fun, and the kills, because you had to impale or burn your enemies, So you just picked up wet things in the environment and would impale launches of javelin. It was just so fun. I honestly just remember this game so well. The first part of the game, because I must have played the opening few levels just over and over, but never finished it. I think I just got stuck on a boss probably, or a puzzle. I was a very thick kid. I'm not a thick adult, but I'm definitely smarter than I was as a child. I can promise you that. And yeah, some puzzles now I'd breeze through it, but back then, Jesus, God, I was so stupid. So I'm excited that they're doing this. Why not just remake it? It does need a remaster. It does. If this is a decent price, I'll absolutely pick this up, because, well, not long after this trailer reaction is dropped onto the channel, unless I get delayed in releasing it, which is very possible because I'm going away soon. But they're on the PlayStation Classics catalogue. They're actually releasing Blood Omen, so that's kind of fun. I think I get to catch up with that and then possibly play this. But I'm not going to pay much for this. Not for PlayStation 1 or 2 game that just got a very pretty coat on it. And I assume they'll have updated the controls. I'm not saying that work hasn't got into it, but look, I'm bored of the remasters. It's just, I mean, this is definitely a game that warrants it more than, say, The Last of Us Part 1. Because it's an old game. So it definitely warrants the remaster. But a remake, because there's some things in it, the combat looks so clunky. I just feel like it just warrants a remake and really bring it into the modern audience. And I feel like, is it Crystal Dynamics? I'm assuming I'm sure it was Crystal Dynamics that did it. I'm not sure if it's still them that has it. I might be wrong with that, but it feels like they're just playing safe. It's like, okay, we know people want Soul Reaver, they want Legacy of Kain, but we daren't put the money into something that might not do well. So instead, we're going to half-arse it and do a remaster. And then if people don't buy it, they think, we didn't need to invest all this money. And really, I feel like a remake would have been worth the gamble, personally. But we'll see how much they charge. If they're only going to charge 20 quid, which I still think is a bit steep, even though it's for 2 games, because the games are old now. I don't know. Disappointed, because I really want to be excited about this one. This is like one of my favourite games growing up. And yeah, the nostalgia's there, but just missed opportunity. I really honestly 100% believe that the Legacy of Kain series needs a remaster, a reboot, not a remaster, a reboot. The first game, and just start the story afresh, because I feel like they made it up as they was going along and the story got really convoluted. It's like, start it again, but plan it out, and honestly, you'll get a new legion of fans. You'll get a bunch of the old fans who's complaining that it's changed, but just stop remastering things, please. Remaster it if you want, and if you already own the original one, to stick it on for another $5, like again, The Last of Us Part 1. But don't keep. Oh no, sorry, it was The Last of Us. Well, yeah, The Last of Us Part 2 as well. That had a remake, didn't it? And there was no graphical difference. I only got it because I had the normal version, and it was cheaper as a result. And there were a few new things thrown in. I'm going off point. Sorry. It's actually quite late and I'm getting very tired. You can probably hear my voice is starting to wear thin. I don't talk that much normally, except when I'm recording. And it exhausts me. Anyway, so much that I want to talk about, but I'm not going to talk about anymore. I've said my piece. I would love to see what you guys think. So please leave me a comment down below. Hit that like button while you're there. And if you like this kind of stuff, subscribe. With that being said, thank you so much. If you did sit through all that rambling, I'm sure it was difficult. So I appreciate it. Thank you. And I'll see you all on the next episode, which is coming soon. Bye.
legends never die.